So, I recently made a video about ranking the maps in the Assassin's Creed series and it received a good response. So, I thought why not to do the same with something different, and what's better to rank the RPG Assassin's Creed games. Now, I'm not necessarily a big fan of the RPG games, but there are actually some good qualities in these Assassin's Creed RPG games. Now, I'm not gonna be just ranking these games, but gonna provide what was actually good in these games and what was not, and also how it could have been better. I'm gonna be ranking Assassin's Creed Origins versus Odyssey versus Valhalla. It's gonna be pretty subjective as usual in a lot of departments, as are any other ranking videos. But the main things I'm gonna base this off of would be the story, the map and its setting, the characters, the dialogues, and stuff like parkour and stealth, because I feel like these things are very crucial for any Assassin's Creed game to be good. Your parameter might be different than mine. This video is gonna be a lot more detailed. Alright, so let's start with Valhalla, which is on number 3. Let's start with the map and its setting. It's based on Vikings, so obviously we see Norway as well as England. Now, generally speaking, the time period that they chose is fascinating, and theme of Viking is very famous, right? Especially if you have seen the Viking series, it's gonna be a real fun time in this game. But there's a catch. It's very hard to combine this with the assassin theme. Like, Vikings were just warriors, right? We are not mercenaries or assassins in this game. The whole element of us being an assassin is missing in this game. Again, as an RPG game, the game is good, but as an Assassin's Creed game, I don't think it is. Also, the map is very empty compared to even the other RPG Assassin's Creed games that I'm gonna be talking about next. It feels more like a Bethesda game, to be honest. Next is the story of this game. I do think the story is good, and to be honest, the stories in Assassin's Creed games have been always serviceable. The whole thing of moving to different region and establishing your empire seems like a good thing. It actually feels like you are on an adventure. Now, in the beginning, there's a little glimpse of what we thought could lead us to being an assassin when Basim and Hytham arrive, but it does not go any further than that. It's just left off of that part. We learn the leap of faith and get the hidden blade in the very beginning, but still we are not assassins. Now, despite of us conquering the territories in England, there should have been at least some missions related to assassins and the philosophy of them, and you can't actually forget those confession cutscenes, right? These were missing in this game because at the end of the day, Eivor is not an assassin. It's not been that long since I've played this game, but I also can't remember a lot of characters' name in this game. Seriously, after putting in so many hours and not remembering the characters can show you the state of characters in this game. I only remember like Sigurd, Randvi, Basim and Hytham and some minor other characters, and I forgot all the majority of the names at the time I'm making this video. Clearly shows that the impact was not that much from the characters, and the main reason is that the other characters sort of feel not impactful because of the dialogue system in this game. Dialogues in this game look very automated. They need to work on facial animations as well, which is obviously connected with the dialogue system, right? You can actually compare it with the other Assassin's Creed games and you're gonna see the difference. Also, this game does not have the best cinematography. To be honest, the easiest way to compare these games is by just comparing the older Assassin's Creed games, and then you are gonna notice what I'm actually talking about in this video. Now, parkour and stealth in this game is just not even worth doing, to be honest. Parkour is just very bad and sluggish, and the stealth is not that good because the assassinations look very loud and not swift like it should be, right? You just don't go and assassin someone like, cut his head off, shit like that, don't do that. Otherwise, people are gonna notice that. You should be like really fast and swift and not make too much noise, right? That kind of just makes it look bad, to be honest. I think they need to bring back motion capture, and that is the thing that can solve a lot of problems I mentioned in this game. On number 2, I have Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Now, Odyssey is a predecessor of Valhalla, so a lot of things in this game are kind of similar to what was in Valhalla. But funnily enough, even though Valhalla was created upon this game's success, it was everything that Odyssey was but worst. Odyssey is objectively better than Valhalla. The map is just beautiful. Even though I necessarily don't consider it best, I can't stop admiring the beauty of Greece in this game. Valhalla was very dull compared to this. Greece is also a pretty good place to set an Assassin's Creed game in, considering the civilization in Greece at that time was way ahead than any other place on the planet. Athens and a lot of other places are really dense, which suits the style of an Assassin's Creed game, though I feel like it was not properly utilized. Now obviously the RPG fans absolutely love the map, but it's just a subjective opinion that as an Assassin's Creed game I feel like they should have focused more on the cities of Greece instead of a lot of empty places. Sure, the map could have been a lot smaller, but it could have been of more quality and could have increased the chance of having fun missions in this great city of Athens or any other city as well. Story wise, I feel like it kind of falls in the similar boat as Assassin's Creed Valhalla, that it does not have the assassin element in it. We just feel like mercenaries. I feel like for being an RPG game, you necessarily don't have to be a mercenary or a warrior. You can still be an assassin in an RPG game. Also, there were multiple endings in this game, so that was cool to see. It was there in Valhalla as well though, but still, I personally would have liked the whole cultist plot to be somehow included in the main story. You know, you can actually complete the game without killing all the cultists. It's just that you can actually see some more story if you want to do that. I do think that the cultist part was pretty adventurous and mysterious. In this game as well, there were no confession cutscenes. Now obviously again there were no Templars in this game, so that kinda does it. But I actually think they could have done these confession cutscenes with the cultists. That would have been pretty good. Now one thing that I do find different in this game is that a lot of characters in this game are known personalities and actual historical figures, but despite of that they could have done a better job at showing their character. The automated dialogues did not do them justice to me personally. Again, facial animations and cinematography were also not that good in this game. It's very similar to what I said in Valhalla's part. Now let's move to the parkour. Again, I just think the parkour in this was also pretty sluggish, so it's not that much different from Valhalla as well. It's just a little faster than Valhalla to me. I don't know why in Valhalla, even though it came after this game, they made it slower. Also, you don't get fall damage in this game, so that is just very unique. Could be positive to some people and could be negative to some. Again, the parkour is just not best in simpler terms. Stealth is also similar to Valhalla, that a lot of times it just does not work properly because again it's not one hit kill every single time. On number 1 we have Assassin's Creed Origins. Origins was the first game when they started with the whole RPG thing. The theme they chose for this game was never seen before that, plus also the time period. We straight away went to BC, right, from AD. Now obviously the map is smaller than the other two RPGs, but still for the first RPG game it is still pretty good. Plus there are pyramids in this game and I'm a very big fan of them, so it kinda skews the perspective a little bit. It was like the first step towards making the series change into the RPG style. Again, I would keep this map personally above Valhalla and Odyssey because of the Egypt theme. The story is also pretty good, and as the game is named, it was the origin of the Assassin's Creed. It was started being called as the Hidden Ones. There's actually a DLC called Hidden Ones DLC in this game, and you guys should definitely play it if you haven't already. Despite of this game being an RPG game, it still gives the vibe of an assassin game as well, because at the end of the day you are a magi. Also, the revenge plot suits the assassin theme a lot. We have seen this thing in the Assassin's Creed games and most of the time it works good, to be honest. Let's be real. Also, there were confession cutscenes in this game which makes killing these guys very exciting, and also to see their viewpoint as well. Also, it just looks aesthetically good as well. The story also has a lot of twist and turn in the game which is pretty interesting to me. One thing that I did not like about this and even the other RPG games was the modern day part. The Desmond's one was the only one that I kind of liked compared to the other one, and it's not even close. In this game you also have a lot of infiltration missions. I feel like it's just almost all, to be honest, and also there are a lot of exploration ones as well. But one thing that is the most important is the facial animation, dialogues and the cinematography of this game. Easily one of the best in the whole series, to be honest, and not just the RPG ones. I don't know how they downgraded from this to Assassin's Creed Odyssey, I can see the reason why though, and maybe it's due to the choice system as well as the story in the other RPGs were pretty long, so I understand it's very hard to create better quality facial animations, dialogues and cinematography for that. It would be very time consuming, right? But despite of that reasoning, why not just make a smaller game like Assassin's Creed Origins? It's just better in terms of quality in my opinion. Now, I'm the type of guy that prefers quality over quantity. I don't want to put 50 to 100 hours in a story game like this, to be honest. I'm not gonna do that, guy. It just becomes boring after a certain point, so I just wanna have a good time instead of a long time, you know? The parkour in this game is very identical to Assassin's Creed Odyssey, so I don't know what to say in that regards. Stealth is better to me personally though. There's a lot of stealth tools present in this game that makes it good compared to the other RPG ones. So there's a lot of things in Assassin's Creed Origins that is better than Assassin's Creed Odyssey and Valhalla, guys. So definitely I would say Origins was like a lot better than Odyssey and Valhalla to me personally. Odyssey is a little better than Valhalla, and Origins to me is a lot better than Odyssey and Valhalla both. So that is my personal opinion, and that would be my ranking, you know, third Valhalla, second Odyssey, and first Origins. Now, just my final thoughts would be that I sincerely think that the RPG games can work actually if they do actually kind of similar things to Assassin's Creed Origins, to be honest. You know, it still felt like an Assassin's Creed game despite of it being focused heavily on the RPG stuff. So still can happen, guys, and I hope that in Assassin's Creed Red, which is gonna be the next Assassin's Creed game, they kind of have similar things in that game. I've heard that there's gonna be two characters which is very similar to Syndicate, and you know, that was pretty interesting as well. So I hope that they kind of take more from Origins than Odyssey and Valhalla, to be honest. And that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Make sure to like this video and consider subscribing to this channel. I'll be posting more content like these, and feel free to comment down any thoughts if you have, and suggest any video ideas if you have as well. It can definitely help me a lot in making videos. And that's it. I'll see you guys in the next one.